I would like to say thank you for the Xavier University of Cagayan de Oro for inviting us today to share the experience of FEDCO or the Federations of Cooperatives in Mindanao on how we were able to organize smallholder banana growers into a cooperative and then help them market their produce abroad because FEDCO is an exporter. So basically, this afternoon, I will share with you the history, the reason why FEDCO was established, our business or our operation, and what have we become after being in the business for more than 20 years. So let me start my presentation. So, like I said a while ago, like it was mentioned in the introduction, FEDCO is a secondary cooperative composed of cooperatives in Mindanao that produces Cavendish bananas and cacao and other agricultural products. Through FEDCO, produce of these cooperatives and small growers were able to are being exported to Japan, China, and Middle East countries. The who is the person behind FEDCO? FEDCO, or the Federations of Cooperatives in Mindanao, was founded by Mr. De Lion. He used to work in a fruit company for almost 20 years. He saw the potential and problems in the industry. His interaction with the farmers provided him with an understanding of the inner workings of the industry and gained deeper insight and knowledge on banana production and growership agreements. Mr. Ireneo de Leon, or co, just fondly called Rene, is a graduate of major of business administration at the Southern Baptist College in Lang. He used to work in Dole, Philippines from 1974 to 1993. The manager of the Casmidico or Casigang San Miguel Development Cooperative from 1999 and until now. And he used to be the chairman of Dabo's Industry Cluster Capacity Enhancement Program, or DICEP, from 2010 to 2012. He is also the chairman of the National Industry Cluster Capacity Enhancement Project, or NICEP, focusing on banana cluster from 2013 to 2015. And the past president of SIDAMI, or the Cacao Industry Development Association of Mindanao, Incorporated, from 2013 to 2016. He used to be the private sector representative of RDC 11 for cooperatives and small farmers from 2013 to 16, and used to be the president and vice president of Mindanao Banana Farmers and Exporters Association, or MBFEA. He is also the person who established the organization, yung itong MBFEA. And from 2012 up to the present, he is the board director of the PhilExport, or Philippine Exporters Confederation, Region 11. With his initiative through FEDCO in uplifting small banana growers' competency, Rene was chosen to be an Ernst & Young Entrepreneur Finalist in the year 2010 and was awarded by JC Senate Davao, or Davao-led Leaders and Achievers of Davao in 2018. So, what were the challenges of the industry that Mr. De Lion saw? Based on his personal assessment, there were some inequities and flaws in the system. Many small farmers claimed they remained poor because big export corporations purchased their produce at a fixed price, depriving them of the maximum profit they could earn. Most of the growers owe millions to banks and buyers, and unable to earn enough to pay off their loans due to the low buying prices of traders. This motivated him because he saw the problem, and he was motivated to do something to uplift the lives of small farmers through providing a better buying price. So, as a grower himself and his knowledge of the industry, he initially initiated gradual and yet sweeping changes in how growership agreements were conducted. I will show to you a short video of the message from Mr. De Leon.
I used to work for a company wherein I was tasked to look for small farmers to grow fresh bananas for us. After seeing many of them remain poor because of increasing debts to the company, I was determined to fight for better prices for the small farmers. This is what motivated me to do something for them. For many years, banana markets like Japan, China, Korea, and the Middle East were buying only from large-scale exporters in the Philippines. The major challenge we faced was breaking this tradition and finding ways for the small banana grower to sell directly to banana buyers. With the help of government agencies, we organized these small banana growers into cooperatives and turned them into business entrepreneurs themselves. Happily, our efforts are paying off. Importers from Japan, China, and the Middle East are now dealing directly with the small banana growers through our Federation of Cooperatives, offering them much higher prices. I cannot think of anything else that's more rewarding than this. Transparency in doing business is very important. It gains the trust and respect of people you do business with. For us, the road to success wasn't easy, but with sheer determination and persistence, we've reached this point, sharing our dreams with all the small farmers who join us in our sacrifice and struggles.
So, yun na nga, no? Because of that, uh, he spearheaded the establishment of FEDCO in 1999. The name was used to be Federation of ARB Banana-Based Cooperatives in Davao City, and later on amended to Federations of Cooperatives in Mindanao in January 22, 2010. They amended it into a new name because in 2010, the federation already started investing on other crops and was no longer focused on banana. So the role of FEDCO is the as it served as an umbrella organization of the banana growers. It is composed of farmers who are agrarian reform beneficiaries operating in Davao City and the province of Davao del Norte and Compostela Valley. But 2 years ago, we were able to expand in Mlang, Cotabato already. It started with 7 banana cooperative members and now has grown to nearly 20 member cooperatives with around 3,600 farmers owning 5,000 hectares of land total. The vision of FEDCO is to become the leading Filipino federations of cooperative exporting best quality banana and other agricultural products. Its mission is to FEDCO is committed to uplift the social economic condition of its member cooperatives and community by marketing best quality bananas and other agricultural products here and abroad. The goals are to increase productivity, quality, and volume of banana and other agri-products and provide fair returns to stakeholders, to establish a strong market presence in the Philippines and the rest of Asia, and to provide a stable market to member co-ops and other suppliers, to manage production of quality bananas and other agricultural products to meet market demands and ensure cost effectiveness, to ensure competency of leaders and staff, and to initiate and support community projects that will benefit the community, cooperative movement, and the environment. So here are our members. So I will, hindi ko na lang sa, marami siya, no? So I'll just flash this. Here are our members. So, like Mr. De Leon said, FEDCO breaks the traditional practices. FEDCO help organize these cooperatives and so that these growers can have better control in their operation, have more freedom to negotiate selling price of their produce. So this is the business process. Our member cooperatives will produce or the product like the banana and the cacao, and then FEDCO as the marketing channel, then we link them to foreign buyers. FEDCO plays an important role as a marketing arm of its member cooperatives in establishing and promoting the benefits of direct linkage with international buyers. FEDCO worked in negotiating contracts directly with buyers and in 2010 was able to raise banana buying prices to 10 times their previous rate. Uh, for those who are not aware, the traditional contracts before these new practices came, usually growers are contracted by multinationals for like 15 to 20 years with a fixed price. Wala pong increase in that span of time. So because of that, na isip namin na medyo unfair naman because of course the inputs increases and, pero yung presyo ganun pa rin. So yung hindi na bibigyan ng benefit yung grower mismo. Kaya ang ginawa ng FEDCO is that we we go directly to buyers so that our members can get maximum income. So our products, we have fresh Cavendish bananas. And in 2012, we were able to invest in cacao through the help of ACDI Boca. We have a chocolate. We have the 100% unsweetened chocolate or the tablia, and we also have a dark chocolates, the 70% and the 60% dark chocolate with banana flakes. The bananas that we are used here for the banana flakes are those reject from the packing plant. So we are mainly focused in Mindanao. The biggest portion ng members are in Davao del Norte. We also have members here in Davao City, Combal, and in Mlang, Cotabato. So in the production process, anong nangyayari? For example, if you are a new grower and then you want to engage in banana farming or production, what we will do is we will ask you to, kung marami kayo, if pwede kayong mag-organize into a cooperative or become a member of an existing member cooperative in your location. So once na-organize na kayo, we will assign a technical person to help you with your production. That's starting from the land preparation until the farm management, harvesting, and packing. FEDCO will also help establish the packing plants when the time comes na kailangan nyo nang mag-pack and then mag-harvest. We also train farmers and their workforce. Kasi like for example, sa bagong area namin, 2 years pa lang sa Mlang, Cotabato, the farmers there are not knowledgeable in banana production because they are used to rice production sila dati. So wala talagang knowledge. So that's why we have technical people that see to it na matitrain po yung farmer mismo at saka yung taong i-hire niya to manage the farm. Yeah, and then we encourage them to follow good agricultural practices so that they'll be able to produce export quality bananas. FEDCO also can link up farmers and cooperatives to financial institution or banks through a tripartite agreement. FEDCO being the buyer of their produce. So, for example, in Cotabato, we were able to help a farmer get a loan from Land Bank. by coming up with an agreement na kami po yung buyer ng produce niya. So there's kung kumbaga, there's already a existing buyer for the produce. So there would all hindi na mahirapan ang buyer ng mag sa pagbabayad ng loan because there's an existing buyer, and that's us. Let me show to you a video showing our production. Okay, thank you. So in that video, nakita niyo po yung from the packing plant, from the farm, harvesting from the farm, transferring it to the packing plant, and then nagpack, and then moving it to the container yard. There are different types of shipments kasi yung pinakita doon, naka-containerize yun, that went to Japan. Meron din pong nakapalitize na we co-load with a multinational company vessel, like yung vessel ng Dole, or may basarilis lang barko, so nakikiload lang din kami. And there are also Chinese buyers that handle their own shipments, so hindi na kami ang naghahaul, sila na. So we just add up the production, the process will end in the packing plant. Yung buyer, they will have their own hauling going to their container yard. So what was shown was a banana, yung sa Maronaka, it's a supermarket in Japan where the Pedco banana used to, we used to sell. So So, yon yung marketing side of the production, of the operation. Fedco participates. So, if you would ask, paano namin kinukuha yung buyer? Bakit may direct contact kami with the buyers from abroad? So, Fedco participates in different food expo here in local and abroad as its way of marketing and promoting its product to potential buyers. With its good partnership with the government, FEDCO was able to participate in many international trade expos sponsored by government agencies such as DTI and DA. So there were the government talaga, if you really have a good relationship with the government and they saw that you are helping many farmers, they would really extend help. So maraming trip abroads na sponsored ng government. We also have strong presence online and on social media for potential buyers that can search us and contact us via our website and Facebook page because inquiries usually would come from our website directly to our email, inquiring for our price, production, capacity, ganon. So, ito yung methods of reaching the clients or customer through our website, the www.fedco.ph, and International Food Expo. So we were able to join the Winter Fancy Food Show in the US. These are just some. Fodex Japan, Seoul Food Korea, Chocolate Festival in Seattle, USA, and many more. So I'll just show you some photos. Ito sa Japan. We've joined many Fodex Food Expo in Japan because we used to have a very loyal buyer kasi doon. So yung buyer mismo namin would request us to participate and help us in the booth para makikita ng kanilang local partners kung saan or sino yung kinukunan nila ng saging nila. So this is in 2012, 2014. Yan. And dito Seoul Food Korea 2011, Winter Fancy. Sa Winter Fancy Food Show naman, ang cacao ang na-promote kasi we cannot export to US our banana kasi masyadong malayo. It's not, yung shelf life kasi is maapektuhan sa sobrang layo. Dubai, China. China is one of our biggest buyers sa banana until now. Sila talaga ang pinakamalaking market ng Cavendish banana. And we were able to also promote our cacao products in China last 2018. And through the help of ACDI Boca, we were able to join a study tour in Hawaii about chocolate production, and also participated in the food chocolate festival. Kumbaga, nag-ano lang kami, we joined the conference, learned about how to produce chocolate, how to market, ganun. Locally naman, we used to participate sa IFEX, yan, IFEX, Banana Congress, Mindanao Exporters Conference, and also in Cacao Connect. So ito yung social media account namin sa Facebook. If you want to search us, you can look for the Federation of Cooperatives in Mindanao or FEDCO. And then we also have a separate Facebook page for our chocolate or the Chocolate by FEDCO. So, to keep up with the high global standards demanded by the foreign buyers, FEDCO collaborates with different local government agencies to continuously provide banana growers with training, seminars, and market exposures. So this po, we, through the help of the government, especially Department of Agriculture, we were able to come up with big and standard na packing plant talaga, uh, free from the government or DA. Sila po yung tumulong para ma-construct, mapagawa yun. And then for the trainings and seminars and marketing exposure, like I said, because of those expo, may na-meet kami na buyers. In fact, our Japanese buyers, na-meet lang namin sila during the expo. And market exposure. If you notice in the video, nakita ninyo on the last part, there were photos of Mr. De Lion in Japan. So what we usually do, especially yung cooperative member namin na nagproduce ng magandang quality at nagbibigay ng maraming volume, we would bring them outside the country, like in Japan, so they will see kung kumusta yung saging nila when it's in the market na. So yun, nakita nila yung... The other guy there was the chairman of one of our cooperative member. FEDCO sees to it that its farming practices are followed by growers in all cooperatives from planting, fertilizing to harvesting and packaging. These cooperatives of farmers kasi, they were used to be kumbaga contracted by multinationals. So marami sa kanila, except those new members, marami sa kanila meron na talagang background into banana production. So alam na nila ang standard. So we just see to it na pina-follow nila strictly yon. Kasi may mga alam nila yung standard na kukunin na saging ng buyer. So alam nila na pagdating sa packing plant, alam nila yung anong check at ano yung papasa. FEDCO has nurtured a more inclusive and proactive business environment for its members. Yes, inclusive and proactive because whenever there's a feedback from buyers, like our buyer knows where the banana came from. The buyers can visit the farm. They can talk to the farmers themselves. So whatever the buyer tells us, like may complaint or whatever, alam ng grower yan kasi pinapasa talaga namin. And in fact, most of them can meet the buyers kasi pupunta naman sila, nagbibisita. Yes, we always keep our members informed about sound business practices and strategies to help them grow. Because these farmers, some are hindi naman college graduate. So, yun. Kaya we did also to help them decide on what's best for their farm. So, as a result, through FEDCO, banana growers were able to eliminate the third-party marketing channel and middlemen. I would like to make it clear na meron pa rin kaming members who opted or who stayed contracted with multinational na nakapagkontrata pa rin sila with Dole, ganon. Meron pa rin, marami nga pa rin. Pero what's the difference is, unlike before, na yung price nila is masyadong mababa and masyadong mataas yung term ng contract. Ngayon, short term na. And it's usually based on, the price is usually based on the average price for the year. Kasi may record naman kami on the prices from January to December. So when we negotiate contracts, like we said, we help them with the negotiation. When we negotiate contract, we tell them na based on our records, this is the average price. So can you offer us this price? And then for a short term lang, 5 to 10 years, and then renewable yung price na. Unlike before na masyadong mataas ang kontrata and then fixed na yung price, walang increase. So these growers were freed from restrictive growership agreement that eliminate their production practices. Yes, because right now, unlike before na these multinational companies have full control of the production, mostly ngayon, it's a marketing agreement na lang, they only buy the produce. The farmer or the cooperatives can now have the freedom to implement to use whatever input na gusto nila and to implement the agricultural practices na mas fit sa kanila. Kasi okay naman yung multinational, pero kasi nga like we all know, masyadong mahal yung production ng multinational. Mahal yung maraming taong binabayaran for the operation. Tapos ang infra mahal. So napapasa lahat 'yun sa grower. So that's why at the end of the every payment ng growers proceeds minus all the expenses, kasi before all of the expenses of the operation dinideduct po yan sa grower. So could you imagine, ISO and everything, masyadong malaking production nila, lahat, almost all, dinideduct nila doon sa grower. So that's why at the end of the kumbaga kunti lang talaga ang na-earn nila. So ngayon, since they can look for ways to have a low-cost production for as long as the quality is yung standard pa rin, and pumasa naman during the QI or sa QI during the packing, and then ang price is fair for both parties. So that's better than compared before na nasa grower yung burden ng majority of the cost of production. They can optimize, like I said, they can have the flexibility to optimize operation, greater profits, which meant that they could afford to invest more in innovations that reduces their cost of production. Big fruit importers are now dealing directly with small banana growers, offering them much higher prices. So this is what the result of it did not came easily. I was not yet a member of I was not yet hired at time, pero as far as I know, madugo yung process before they were able to come up with this setup now. So for those some of you maybe would like to know paano nag-ooperate or would like to see a cooperative exporting. So this last video is a video where we were featured at Chris TV, where Ms. Chris Aquino visited one of our cooperatives, and pinakita po namin ang aming production, and then there were also some questions that were asked that napakita sa video. So those might be helpful also for you, sa inyo na nanonood ngayon. So can we play the last video, please?
Para sa aming first day in Davao, we dedicated the whole morning sa 3-hour rafting adventure. Pagdating ng noontime, nag-nature tripping naman sa Malagos Garden Resort plus cheese, wine, and chocolate tasting for lunch. Para sa ating merienda, mamimitas naman tayo ng fresh bananas mula sa taniman ng Manuel Gianga Banana Cluster Cooperative. Ito ang pagpapatuloy ng Chris Reality TV in Davao. Malawak ang lupang kinatatayuan ng mga puno ng saging. Pero hindi lang iisa ang may-ari nito dahil pinagsama-sama ng 52 farmers ang kanilang pagmamay-aring properties dito sa Kalinan, Davao City. Pero dahil sa kanilang pagtatanim, nakabuhay sila ng pamilya sa tulong na rin ng kanilang kooperatiba.
Tapos din ang 4 na anak ko pag-aral, tapos nakakulihiyo din sila, tapos may trabaho sila ngayon.
Miyembro ang Manuel Gianga Banana Cluster Cooperative ng Federation of Cooperatives in Mindanao. Ito ang tumutulong sa mga farmers or growers na mapabuti ang quality ng kanilang tanim para pumasa sa standards ng international market.
Bakit ang cooperative makakatulong para sa small farmers?
Yung maliliit na may land holding, yung mayroong 1 hectare, 2 hektarya, nagtatanim. Pag mayroong cooperative, magtutulong-tulong lahat, then mayroong sharing of idea, sharing of knowledge, then yung ibibinta namin yung product namin, usually direct to our mother cooperative, Federation of Cooperatives ng Mindanao. Then yung Federation of Cooperatives ng Mindanao, siya nang mag-direct sa Japan, Middle East, at saka China.
Japan? Nagka-diretso?
Ito, lahat ng product namin Japan. Almost 90% of product namin Japan.
Japan? I love Japan!
Yeah, Kobe.
Let's go to Japan. Okay.
Okay.
Kasi hindi, ako feeling ko talaga, pag produktong Pinoy tinatangkilik, dun ko talaga gusto magbakasyon. I have another question. Ilang times bubunga?
Every week, may magha-harvest
Siyempre
kami.
yung tree.
Yung tree,
Isang tree.
every 9 months, magha-harvest yan.
Ayun, ang ganda!
Harvest natin yan ngayon.
Pwede tayo pumunta doon? First time ko makikita yan.
Harvestin mamaya. Magapahans mo, Miss Chris.
Thank you! Sweet nila. Paano natin i-harvest yan?
Okay.
Anong ano to? What variant of the ano?
Cavendish.
Cavendish. Ano yun sa Tagalog?
Cavendish na talaga yun.
Okay,
Walang Tagalog.
Cavendish. Let's go to the Cavendish.
Harvestin natin para makita mo. Harvest
Let's harvest. Ang ganda!
Protect sa insect.
Layo tayo dahil baka mahulugan ako. Ay, huwag mo nang sirain yung banana. Sayang.
Harvestin na.
Pag in-harvest, babu na yan?
Wala na yan. Ito na naman ang susunod.
Ganun pala yun? Ang dami ko natutunan sa saging today. Iwan lang niya dyan. Tapos, from there, may lilitaw ulit.
Yan, dalawa. Yan na yung mag-produce ng another fruit.
So, ito muna, we're starting the process. Mag-harvest muna
Harvest tayo.
Anong worth nitong isang yan?
Ako dito ng 400.
Ay, wow, taray.
Kailangan flawless yung banana namin like you.
Ang
Flawless
ganda.
eh.
Ilang years din ang kliyente yung mga Japanese?
13 years na kami sa Japan.
I love Japan. I love you, Japan. Besides Japan, sino pang client ninyo?
Middle East. China, may China kami ngayon.
Talaga, pati-pati na
Bumalik
tayo
na kami
sa
sa
China.
China.
Yay!
China na.
Love na ulit to China.
China
Praise
na.
God. Sa mga Japanese kasi, di ba, napaka-particular nila about the packaging.
Yes.
So, I want to see kung ano yung quality na nakakapasa para sa mga Hapon. Let's go! Joshua, explain.
Yes.
Ano to?
Lagay dito.
Dito yan, Lord.
What's the water?
This is what is fresh water.
Hindi, ano to? From the mountain spring?
Submersible pump.
Deep well.
Deep well, yeah.
Okay, tapos?
Mayroon ding rainwater dito.
Okay, let's do this. Go. Wait Okay, let's disinfect. Tapos, anong ganap dito?
Ito ang selector.
Bakit may sabon?
Talagang magbubula yan pag may ito.
Walang sabon yan?
Wala.
Akala ko lang meron. Ito na yung selecting process.
Selecting process.
Ay, anong ginagawa mo?
Pinupunasan.
With what? Sponge?
Sponge para makuha yung
Ganda.
alikabok, mga dumi-dumi dyan.
Quality.
After the hugas. Okay, ito means pumasa.
Pumasa.
Pag may defect, saan nilalagay?
Reject, pinatapon natin. Kukunti lang kasi
Pagkatapos dito na yung...
Okay, dito tayo Dito tinitimbang.
weigh nila, 13.5 kilos per box.
Yun yung requirement.
Mayroong 4 hands, 5 hands, or 6 hands.
Piling, ang tawag doon sa Tagalog.
Okay, ano yung stickers?
Nilagyan
Ganda ng boxes nyo.
sa Pedco, ang box natin.
Ganda. Saan yung in-order yan?
Dito lang sa Davao.
Nice. Let's see. Ang ganda ng quality ng box. Colored box. May violet, may red, at may yellow. Taray. Mahal yan lahat.
$1 isa.
Okay lang yan na medyo basa-basa.
Oo, okay lang.
Ayun o, separate niya talaga.
Ma-protect sa
Sa biyahe.
biyahe.
From here,
Doon na, then sa truck. Doon din.
ito yung natutuwa ako. Philippine quality bananas. Tapos ito, premium bananas. Nakalagay, product of the Philippines. Ilang beses nandyan yung tatak ng Pinoy. Yay! Ilang years na nilang trabaho to? Ilan ang anak mo? Ay, very good. Tama, naaalagaan. Tamang desisyon, hindi nilakihan ng pamilya para mabigyan ng sapat na pag-alaga and na pag-aaral ng mahusay. Ikaw, you have kids? One day, bongga! Yay! Josh, explain mo nga sa akin yung concept ng kooperatiba. Everybody earns, di ba?
Oo, lahat.
Paano?
Yung may-ari, lahat yung pamilya nila nagtatrabaho sa within the cooperative.
Pag mag-isa ka and you only have a hectare, konti. You can't demand a good price, you can't have this type of facility, di ba? Pero kung marami kayong nagtulong-tulong, you can afford to have this, you can afford to have beautiful boxes at packaging,
Tsaka,
and pwede mo
market.
ma-offer
Market.
sa mas malaking market because yung production capacity mo mas malaki. Yung ang maganda dito talaga is binibigyan ng boses yung maliliit na mga farmers. Nakakatuwang marinig yung kwento ninyo kasi it gives inspiration to everybody. Ilang beses ko nang narinig ito sa mga kaibigan kong senador na sinasabi nila, if we take care of our agriculture, and lalo pa natin palaguin ito, lalo na for export, less Filipinos will need to go abroad to work. Thank you so much for showing this to me. Gusto ko rin ipakita kung paano nagtutulong-tulong ang Davao para lalong mapalago ang negosyo, lalong-lalo na para sa ating mga magsasaka. Nakaka-proud yung ginagawa ninyo. May it be an inspiration for the rest of the Philippines, diba? Because if Davao can do it, the rest of the Philippines can do it too. Oh, ito na.
Sample lang.
This case, ito natawag namin na sweet bananas. That's why this is the favorite of the Japanese. Sweet bananas ito because of the elevation.
Pwede na ba ito kainin?
Yes, yes, you can.
Sure kayo, ah.
Okay,
Oh.
sure.
Try natin. Bakit sweet banana?
High elevation.
Higher elevation, mas matamis siya.
Sarap nga.
Ito ang paborito ng Hapon. So in Japan, one piece of
Kasi
this one will cost you about 60 to 70 pesos in Japan.
Talaga? Wow. Ay, ang tamis. Grabe. I-compare ko yung dalawa.
Yeah.
Darla.
Kayo.
Ito si 60 to 70 pesos each in Japan. Darla, yun na to. Try na to. Ano to? Lang ng ulo ko. Inansis ko ito. Ano to?
Lakatan ito.
Ito yung gusto ko, di ba?
Manila yan. Yan ang sabi ko, 40 pesos to 52 pesos per kilo.
Gusto ko to. Kano to?
40 to 52 kilos in Manila.
Per kilo.
In Manila.
In
Dito.
Ito mga 30 pesos.
35.
Ano shelf life naman ito? Mas mabilis, no?
Mas mabilis.
Mas
Ano
bilis,
to?
mas matagal ito.
ilan?
Maybe this is 30 days.
Ito 40.
40 days ito. Matigas din. Makapal.
Bakit iba lasa? Darla, explain. Ang fresh talaga, no? Ang sarap. You can really tell the sweetness of this. Ito dessert talaga. Yung ano, di ba? Ito, sa dami naman ang kinain mo, may choice ka pa. Oo, kain ka naman ang kain. For you. Ito yung mas mahal eh. 70 pesos each, imagine, in
Japan.
Japan. Thank you very, very much sa pag-share ninyo sa amin. Ang dami kong natutunan talaga. It made me appreciate talaga the effort na ginagawa ninyo, ha. Because kayo ang representation of the Philippines. Because pag magandang crops natin, di ba, bumibilib sila sa kakayahan ng mga Pinoy. Yes!
And we wish to thank you so much for visiting also this
It was my
plantation.
pleasure.
Pinakamagandang Chris Aquino natin
Naman.
pupunta dito.
Sige, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
At mabuhay ang mga kooperatiba. Yes. Ba't ako nasarapan dun sa cheesecake? Saan yung inaral yun?
Specialty niya, cheesecake. Yeah.
I ate it for 3 days.
Yeah, very controversial yung cheesecake.
Okay, let's continue. So now I will just share to you what are the other initiatives pa that Fedco is doing or have done already. So one is JICA. Fedco is JICA's sponsored. They were able to sponsor Fedco trade missions to their country to help promote the understanding of banana market and to assist Fedco connect to more Japanese buyers. For our cacao production through the linkage of ACDI Boca, a Philippine-based U.S. NGO, we were able to invest in cacao production, and we also have continued collaboration with local and international buyers. So itong DICEP or the Davao Cluster Capacity Enhancement Project, it aims to empower more banana growers in the region and further improve and sustain the operation of all its member cooperatives through DICEPs. Tobica, or the Santo Tomas Banana Industry Cluster Association, is already exporting bananas to China and Middle East. MBFEA, or the Mindanao Banana Farmers and Exporters Association, aims to institute all banana traders and growers for the betterment of the banana industry by implementing healthy environment programs and good agricultural practices, producing premium and internally competitive quality fruits imbued with social responsibility, eligible, skilled, and necessary human resources to meet today's economic order, its speed and fair competition among all players. So I will just give a little background of MBPEA. The multinational companies, they have their own group called PBJA. For the small growers naman, it's called MBFEA or Mindanao Banana Farmers and Exporters Association. So, MBFEA was also established by Mr. De Leon. Hindi lang kasi Fed ko ang, because there are a lot of small existing small growers in the market right now. So, we need to unite them also into one group. So, this is the MBFEA. When we had problems with the China market in 2012, MBFEA played a big role in organizing the small growers. Kasi nga, yung big players naman, or we call them big brothers, yung Dole, Stanfilco, Sumipro, PBJ na yun sila. So they can up with their own representation. So sino naman na mag-represent sa small growers? Ito yung PBJ. So when there's issues in the national in customs, in the quarantine, or in the international market, PBJ will represent the small growers and come up with a unified decision on issues. So yan yung role ng MBFEA. So I'll just give a little, though this is no longer banana, a little background lang din sa cacao project namin. Like in 2011, FEDCO partnered with USDA's AZDA-BOCA and implemented projects, namely the Cacao Banana Extension Centers or CBEC and the Cacao Banana Agri-Enterprise Development or CBAED. The projects benefited more than 2,000 farmers from municipalities of Asuncion and Santo Tomas, Davao del Norte. So you might be wondering, bakit cacao? Why did we invest in cacao? We met a crisis in 2012. I don't know if any of you are familiar. It's when, like I said a while kanina, China is our biggest market. When we had problems with the Philippine government and the Chinese government had problems yung sa issues ng territory issues. What happened? Lahat ng shipment ng banana that arrived in Japan were naka-hold sa container yard or dun sa port, hindi na baba. The issue was quality issues daw. There were many claims na marami daw defect and etc. So pero hindi naman kasi kaagad ma-prove yun if we don't have somebody from the Philippines to go there and visit kung totoo. So there were like 2 months talaga na na-stop ang shipment ng China because of that problem. We have hindi ko pa pala na-mention, Japan is buying the highland bananas. Highland bananas are those planted in yung elevated area, while China naman is buying lowland bananas. Same Cavendish pero yung sa low elevation or lowland. Unfortunately, the Japanese don't like the lowland banana, and so during that time hindi rin nila mabibili yung lowland banana that used to be for China market. The other market that buys lowland banana is Middle East, but Middle East naman na market is not that big. Kahit na maghanap kami ng ibang buyer from Middle East, hindi talaga nila mabibili lahat ng volume that China is buying. So that's when we realized that we shouldn't put our eggs in one basket. So then we met people from AZDA-BOCA and then they helped us. They transferred the technical know-how. So yun, ang project namin is to train 2,000 farmers on cacao production. And then we also it's a trial but it worked. Yung yung ano, intercropping of Cavendish banana with the cacao. So we had a ano, model farm for that na it can really grow together. Pero as the years go by, mas maapektuhan na yung number of bananas mo in the farm kasi mas lalaki na yung ano, yung cacao. So that's the reason why we introduce cacao to our members. Kasi cacao, less ang cost of production, big ang demand globally, and also during the lean months ng banana, yun naman yung peak months ng cacao. So ano siya, co-complement siya. So we also have banana, FEDCO banana feeding program. During lean months are like usually the first half of the year, yun yung mga ano, yung peak. When the June, July, second half na naman yung lean. So during ano, yung lean months, masyadong strict ang quality. So tsaka lesser ang demand. So mag-overproduction ang banana. So that's why we introduced the banana feeding program because as you can see sa atin dito locally, hindi natin masyadong we're not used to eating Cavendish because yun nga, most of the Cavendish is being exported. Ang nandito is the green one, and then the green one usually hindi naman kinakain or binamarket. So through the banana feeding program, we partner with the local government. So nag-provide kami ng education to schools na they can also promote not lang local banana natin but also the Cavendish. So here are some photos of our campaign when we give out bananas to local elementary school. Yan, and then educating also the kids. Kasi yung iba kasi, sabi nila, sakit daw ang tiyan pag kain ng Cavendish. So yun, in 2014, RDC Region 11 came up with a resolution in joining LGUs and NGAs in Davao Region, conducting and supplemental feeding activities as part of the regular programs and projects to include banana in their staple menus. Aside from that, being a cooperative, it's one of our trusts, no, to help the community. So we all have a regular banana donations sa mga centers like the Home for the Aged, Boys Town. So we also help out during yung mga calamities. We donate bananas. Ito yung sample, yung bagyong Paglo. I think we were able to donate also in Cagayan, on the Sindoy ba yun? I don't know if I'm correct. Yan. And during the lockdown, we were able to donate also bananas for our frontliners. We offer free medical and dental mission to our member cooperatives. Libre po yan sa mga farmers. So, current market challenges. What are the market challenges that we are facing now? To be honest, Cavendish banana market now is not as good as before. I'm with Fitco for 10 years, and I'm a farmer for 5 years already. And comparing it 5 years ago, masyadong challenging ang market ngayon. One is maintaining the good quality. It's because unlike before na ma-predict pa natin yung weather, ngayon biglang iinit, biglang uulan ng todo, maapektuhan yung quality. Tsaka market competition, price war. Locally kasi, I don't know how it came about, pero used to be kasi like us trader or market agencies, no, kami yung nagma-market, we go directly to buyers. Pero currently po, there are already Chinese buyers going here in the Philippines, going in the farms, negotiating directly to farmers. Because of that, nasisira yung yung tamang flow. Kasi nga, sila na tuloy ang nagdidictate ng market price instead of the growers or the local producers. Parang ang Chinese na tuloy ang magsasabi ng price, na gusto ko ganito, babayaran kita agad kita. Ganyan. So yun yung challenge. So sa amin sa Fedco naman, we don't sell to Chinese na yung hindi pa namin kilala, and our buyers usually matagal na sa amin, yung good ang paying nila and good price. So what the CEO does, kasi siya talaga ang nag-handle ng China. Siya ang nag-handle ng China because it's really tough this negotiating for the week, kasi weekly po yung nag-change ang price. We don't have fixed price. Every week we change at prices change. So what he does, he would collate or check the existing market sa farm, and then whoever offers the highest price, yun yung price na i-offer niya sa buyer namin. So sabihin niya, for us, let's say, sabihin niya, this week, ang highest price na alam ko is 400. You buy your bananas at 400, or else I will not give it to you. If you have the volume and the quality, buyers will buy your banana. So ganun po. Price negotiation usually would start middle of the week. Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, and Saturday na yan magpa-finalize. Pero hindi siya magpa-final ng price until Saturday, until malaman niya kung ano yung pinakamataas na price. Yan ang i-offer niya sa farmers. Kasi he himself is also a farmer. So international market restrictions. For Japan, may mga bagong requirements for the quality, yung chemical residue bumaba na, so mas masyadong strict. There are so many new restrictions na mas nahihirapan kaming mag-comply, and very challenging also, and the biggest problem right now of the banana growers and farmers is the decrease in volume due to Panama Opposarium Belt. To be honest, the Federation had partnered with several agencies, DA, other private institutions, offering that they have their a remedy or a solution, offering us different product na sabi nila would help sa problem ng Panama Opposarium Belt. Pero none of those work. So maraming farmers kami na had decreased their land area and production for more than 50%. Bumaba ang volume kasi some of the land are no longer hindi na pwedeng matataniman ng Cavendish. Whenever your farm, kasi pag may Panama or yung Opposarium Belt yung farm mo, the best solution is to change crop. Kaya bumababa yung volume ng Cavendish. And because of that, again, as we all know, kung may volume requirement and konti may malaki ang requirement ng market and konti lang yung volume natin locally. So that's why stiff ang competition at saka yung, sabi ko na nga, yung price war. So what are the future plans? Because of this, like for me, myself, I have farm na hindi wala nang Cavendish ngayon kasi nga may Panama na. So what are our plans? So we contacted a group in Netherlands, or the POM or PUM. These are group of experts in Netherlands, and then we asked help from them. I met them last 2020 because Cacao City, we are also a member of Cacao City, that's a marketing cooperative for cacao, was able to invite an expert on chocolate, and then nag-help din sila improve the quality of the chocolate of the members of Cacao City. So doon ko sila na-meet, then I said and asked, can you help us come up with a possible new product from the waste of our bananas? Or can you help us come up with something that we can help our farmers? So actually, the project is already approved, and I'm the one handling this. At the moment, we're still on the process of finalizing what will be the scope of the project. But initially, the talks, we were talking about to help with the lower production costs, yung waste management, to convert waste into fertilizer, possibility of exploring the use of banana fiber or waste for other byproducts. Come up with another byproducts. Kasi nga, sabi ko, aside from during the lean months, maraming waste na tinatapon lang. Yung tinanong ni Chris kanina, paano yung hindi na-export? Anong ginagawa nyo? Tinatapon lang. So, nakikita ko talaga yan, maraming waste. So, I asked POM if they can help us come up with another product. Sana we can. And then we will offer it to our members once na, because of the pandemic, they cannot come here. So, it will be purely online. They will have expert that will teach us the technology, and then we will transfer it to our members. Hopefully, we will come up with another product or another ways of improving the production cost, lowering the production cost of our members. And also, we are continuously expanding to new areas without Panama disease. Hindi lang naman kami, even if the multinational, they try to move away from those my Panama disease and then move to another area. That's why we have a new area in Blanco, Tabato. And also, we improve the cacao production. In as much as we want na our members will invest on cacao production, kunti lang talaga ang nag-invest. Because they can compare kasi the kita, no? Mas malaki talaga ang kita ng banana compared sa cacao. Though mas maliit ang cost mo ng production sa cacao, pero ang banana kasi weekly may kikitain ka. Yung cacao kasi hindi, ganon. So, locally, we have, as you can see, mayroon naman kaming our own products, and we just focus in getting the beans. No, we don't buy from others outside the co-op. Kumukuha lang kami sa members namin kasi hindi pa naman ganun kalaki yung production. So hopefully, ma-improve namin yung production, ma-increase namin yung production para rin ma-encourage din namin yung members namin to grow more cacao. So, learnings or through the years, PEDCO is already on its 21st year, more than 20 years in operation. I'm telling you that the past 2 years is very challenging, but the learnings is, one of the major learnings is transparency in doing business is very important for you to gain the trust and respect of the people with whom you do business. Without mutual trust and respect, you won't last. Yes, why? Why those farmers and growers stick to us? Because they know we show them na ito talaga yung presyo, ito yung kukuha nyo, ito yung makukuha ng PEDCO. So alam nila that na majority of the price would go to them. I mean, the price, like dollar rate, for example, a dollar rate of, let's say, kung ang buying ng $5 na banana, cents lang talaga ang napupunta sa PEDCO, as in less than $1 ang napupunta sa PEDCO for the operation. Most of that goes to the, of course, yung packing materials and the fruit cost. The fruit cost is yung mapupunta sa grower. For buyers naman, like China kasi they do their own shipment na, fruit cost lang. So sa fruit cost, in peso, sa fruit cost na, let's say, 350 fruit cost, 10 pesos or 15 pesos lang ang napupunta sa PEDCO per box. So, ganun kaliit po. So, majority talaga is napupunta sa growers. That's why they know na sila ang priority namin. It is our hopes and aspirations to inspire all small banana farmers in Mindanao to take charge of their future and to work together to strengthen and improve the industry. So I think that we can only measure our success by how much we've helped improve the lives of our members, by helping banana growers upgrade their practices and businesses. PEDCO can truly become an instrument of change in the industry. We've seen the improvements of the lives of our farmers. Kanya sabi nila, maganda ng bahay, may sasakyan na, So that's how we measure our success. Every time we see that we are helping improve the lives of these farmers. So that ends my presentation. Thank you for those who are still there. Thank you for staying. And I think we are now on the next portion, which is the Q&A. Q&A.
Okay, thank you so much, Ma'am Flordelyn, for that very interesting and very informative na discussion for today. So now, ma'am, let's go to our open forum. So for our first question, this is a question from our Assistant Dean of the College of Agriculture, Ma'am Veneranda La Rosa. So Ma'am Veni is asking, with your vast experience in international marketing, what can you advise to those entrepreneur who wants to engage in the export market?
Oh, okay. For the export market, we really need to know what the market wants, especially the quality. Uh, um, Agencies like the DTI can also help you with your packaging. There are trainings that will help you with that. Uh, for the quality, like sa saging ha, sa Cavendish, different market requires different standards. Like, mas stricto ang Japan kaysa China. Like, Japan has guidelines on the chemical residue, meaning uh, we use chemicals kasi for the banana production no, sa farm. Tinitest po nila yan if you're using those chemicals na bawal, and if kung yung mga chemical na ginagamit mo nag-more than ba yung gamit mo doon, kasi evident yan doon sa banana. They would really check the banana. So ganun. But China, no. China is not doing that. So that's the difference, no? And also, if you are uh, uh, exporting, baka sabihin mo, ay export ako na Cavendish. You know, you need to know ano yung kailangan na ng market mo. Japan will only buy the highland bananas. Baka i-export ko sa Japan, hindi kiklik yan kasi nga lowland yung banana mo. So ganun, you should know the market requirement. That's one thing. And these buyers usually they would trust you with their cash or their money. So kailangan talaga you deliver. Unfortunately, there are other exporters, I don't know who, and I cannot mention name naman, pero there are other exporters na hindi nakaka-deliver, no? Pagdating ng shipment, walang darating doon sa buyer. And that will make your name, they will, syempre, maka-blacklist kayo, maban kayo. That's why we stay in the business because we don't do that. In fact, kami pa yung hindi na nababayaran. Baliktad. Kami pa yung na may experience na na-ship na pero hindi nabayaran. Ganun. So yun, that's important. And then for the packaging also, yun, sa BTI, kailangan may mga trainings niyan. Iba ang process ng fresh at saka ng, iba yung pag-export ng fresh at ng process. Mas mahirap ang process. That's why until now, we don't export our chocolate yet. Local market pa lang. Kasi mas maraming certification kasi yan. Kasi unlike doon sa fresh, they can easily see the banana kung may bruise, may insect bites or anything, or they can test if mataas ang chemical content, and then they process it later. So mas madali for us, on my experience, mas madali ang export market namin ng fresh banana kaysa doon sa process ng cacao. Yun po. I hope I answered the question.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So, ma'am, this is just a follow-up question then. Since you've already mentioned about, as you've said nga, it's important, diba, if we're exporting, to really know the requirements of our market. So, what they want to have. So, just an additional question here or a follow-up. You've mentioned kasi that Japan prefers highland bananas, correct me if I'm wrong, but and then ano lang ma'am, clarification, Cavendish is it a lowland or a highland banana?
No, Cavendish is the variety. And then when it's being planted in an elevation na mataas, Yun yung highland. And then sa lowland naman, yung the difference is, may difference talaga ng look, no? So the look for the highland na Cavendish is mas malaki siya, and then hindi pointed yung tip. While the lowland naman mas maliit and then pointed yung tip, and then mas manipis yung peel. Mas makapal yung balat ng ano. And then the Japanese want the highland because para sa kanila it is sweeter. That's why it's called sweet banana, because for them it is sweeter. Though meron namang lowland doon, pero hindi talaga siya malaking market. So they cannot compete with China in terms of the price, because hindi ganun kalaki yung market ng lowland sa Japan. Highland talaga sila. We have a buyer na would really go through yung scientific test. They have this test, both human and robot, just to compare the sweetness of the bananas, like banana ni yun, compare nilang sweetness. Ganun, iba talagang Japanese. So, pag sabihin lang, ito, mas matamis talaga ito, compared niya ito, kaya gusto ko ganito. We have a buyer na specified siya na gusto niya 1,000 elevation talaga. Kasi for them, the higher elevation, the sweeter. Ganon, oo.
So, what would happen, ma'am, if hindi makapasa? So, they really babalik talaga sa
Ano po yun?
So, if ka makakapasa sa standards nila, babalik talaga yun.
Hindi, no. Kung hindi makapapasa, papunta talaga, itatapon nila kasi it would cost you more if ipabalik mo.
Okay.
But you have to pay for the patapon there kasi yung waste nila doon binabayaran eh. I didn't ask you, do you want me to return this or what? Sabi na mo, wag mo na i-return this. So, we talk with the shipment na lang on how to dispose it locally, ganun. Pero may bayad siya. Ganon. Pero, for our experience sa Japanese kasi, they really have somebody that will visit from time to time to check the quality locally. Titignan talaga nila. If they have question, they would send. The current practice is like this. If the buyer mayroong complaint sa banana mo, they have to send you a picture para may proof na totoo yung claim niya. And then the box kasi may traceability yan, yung may box code. In the box code, makikita mo doon when it was packed, what time, and then sa amin, kaninong grower, and anong packing plan. So, once na magsaab, they will give us the list. This code, box code number, may ganitong 5 or how many numbers of boxes na nakita na may problema. We can call the grower kung sinong grower yung under that name or under that code. The market has acceptable tolerance, 3%. 3% of the total number of boxes, acceptable pa yan. After 3%, they would claim na, they would deduct it. Pero based on our Japanese buyer, 0% talaga. As to 1, 2, 3 boxes, i-deduct talaga nila.
Thank you so much, ma'am, for clearing that up. Now, let's move to our second question. This is from Sir Jeffrey Plana Villaver. So, he is asking, you have mentioned that China is patronizing lowland banana, but you have encountered some problems and challenges in the exportation due to WPS issues or the West Philippine Sea issue. So, is FedCo trying to look for an alternative buyers like India or Australia in case the tension between Philippines and China is aggravated?
Australia, I think they don't buy our bananas. They have their own bananas. That's why they don't accept export of bananas. We did, actually, at the height po, yung DA mismo sponsored yung trip to Dubai para maghanap ng Middle East buyers as an alternative buyer for China. Unfortunately, because of sa malaki talaga ang demand ng China, hindi talaga we have not found a market that can absorb all the volume that the Chinese are buying. Kasi sila talaga ang biggest market. So even if we can find new market for us, siguro kasi hindi naman kami masyado malaki, pero how about the others? Yun po. Kaya meron talaga, at that time, meron talagang nag-stop and we're not able to come back na. Na-abandon talaga nila ang farm. Kasi, and good for us, kasi we're able to find a Middle East buyer na shift kaagad namin yung Chinese market namin at that time. Then when bumalik na naman sila, alam naman namin babalik talaga sila because Chinese love bananas and they can buy from South America naman pero isyadong malayo sa kanila and more expensive. Logistically, tayo talaga ang pinaka-best source ng banana or other neighboring Asian market. Currently, what the Chinese is doing is they are developing other markets like Vietnam, Laos. They are getting our technology and then coming up with their own farm. Kung baka sila nagpe-finance doon kasi may land naman, may farms doon. Pero for now, the quality talaga, the soil quality siguro and the quality of the bananas, hindi pa talaga kaya ng other new market masurpass yung quality ng banana, ng Philippine banana. But it's a threat. It's a threat that we are really also looking into na sana hindi mapabayaan. Baka kasi next time, bigla na lang tayong, wow, wala na, nandun na lahat yung volume na kinukuha.
That's actually really something that we should be wary or we should be cautious about it. And also, as what you have mentioned, ma'am, the other neighboring countries which are ano, na, starting to
Yeah.
adopt our technology. So that's another challenge na kailangan rin nating i-face in the future.
Oo, meron pa ako isang Chinese buyer. I mean, he became a friend na kasi. Meron ako isang Chinese buyer. He said, "Oh, Flordy, I want tissue culture." Sabi ko, okay, I will link up you to somebody, a nursery that I know that is growing tissue culture. I thought dito yung expansion niya. So when they talk na, then that supplier said, Flor, Vietnam naman pala yun. Sabi niya, kaya ka pala malaki masyadong requirement Vietnam. Huwag mong bigyan. Huwag mo nang bintahan kasi Vietnam pala. So yun po.
Especially na different government agencies step up their game rin to maintain in our market, our export market. So now, ma'am, let's move to the next question that we have. So somebody is asking po, what were the challenges you experienced in organizing and ensuring, in organizing the farmers and ensuring that farmers reach the required quality and volume of the export market?
The challenges is may matigas talagang ulo. Meron talagang farmer na would want to do what they want. So what they told, especially, we always tell them na we've been in this business for so long, so we know what works and what does not work. So sometimes yung mga new practices na gusto nila, makikita naman la later on that it does not work easy lang talaga yan. Kasi pagdating ng packing, hindi talaga mapapak yung banana mo. Kasi pagdating doon sa harvest, hindi na namin ma-harvest yun because like, banana kasi ang requirement niya, may specification on length and diameter and then the look. So pagkita pa lang namin na hindi na talaga pasado, hindi na namin kukunin. So sinasabi namin na, what did you do? Did you regularly ginagawa mo ba itong sinabi namin or hindi? Kasi there are farmers kasi na sila lang din yung nagmamanage ng farm. Wala silang ibang tao. So may mga farmers na masyadong masipag at meron din naman hindi masyadong masipag. So the problem with banana, extensive yung operation niya weekly. Like regular every week, repeat every week. So mag-spray ka, mag-delete ka, magbabag ka, and everything. And this operation, interrelated yan siya. For example, kung hindi ka nakapag-delete, tapos mag-spray ka, useless yun. Kasi ang deleting process is you remove yung dahon na may sakit before you spray. Even if hindi mag-spray ka, pero hindi mo na-remove, useless yun. So that's why we tell them na i-cycle mo talaga yung operation. So that's when the process sometimes is difficult, no, kung hindi nila susundin. And then what we always tell them, banana don't lie. Kasi makikita namin sa banana mo kung ginawa mo yung sinabi namin. It won't lie talaga pagdating dun sa sa packing plant, ay kanina to, payat and everything, so hindi na natin mapak, or small hands lang siya. There's a classification. Big hands, small hands, class B, class A. So class B lang ito, small hands lang ito, smaller yung price din noon. So if ganun, suppose we require them na at least yung farm mo would have ratio of 1. What do you mean ratio of 1? One bunch ng banana, at least one box. Pag mababa ka niyan, it means hindi maganda yung production mo. So that's why we check saan ka nagka-problema, bakit hindi ka makabox into ng isang bunch into one. So yun, kasi makikita mo na tapalado ka sa operation. Kasi nga, kunti yung kita. So yun, meron naman kasi technical guiding yung mga co-op eh. So, we talk to those people and then they relay to their farmers kasi hindi namin kayang kausapin lahat yung farmers. That's why nga may co-op kami. So, our board members here, board directors here, is a representative of each of our cooperative members. So, yun, may contact naman kami sa kanila.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So as what Ma'am Flordy have said, so the quality of your banana really depends on the work that you put into it.
Yeah, the best fertilizer is your footprint po daw.
Oo nga, this is time and time again talaga, this quote, the best fertilizer is your footprint. Yun talaga yung mga sinasabi, or that's what the successful farmers or successful entrepreneurs would say. So, ma'am, speaking of, you've mentioned kasi, di ba, Fedco is really, ang tagal nyo na sa export business ng banana. So, you've really been through a lot, and that's why also you've become experts na in that field. So, ma'am, what are the factors that contributed to the success of Fedco since 1999? Because, di ba, it's obvious naman that you are really successful na in your venture.
Yun, one is, very transparent kami sa price. Like the grower would call the cashier or us or the marketing, ilang presyo karon? Then we will tell them, ay kung ano lang karon, 340 lang ta karon, and they know na how much would go to them and how much kasi sabihin man namin, minus pa yan ng 10 pesos for Petco. So yan, that's one thing. Kasi, and if you can provide good market for the members also, kasi mahirap yung hindi stable yung buyers mo or yung payment hindi updated. You know what, in the market, in the farm, ang competition mo yung Chinese buyer, after pack bayad ka agad. Nandun pack bayad. Kami naman medyo may delay, pero alam naman nila may delay because after pack pa kami binabayaran ng buyer namin, pero because they trust us, okay sa kanila. And then, we also allow since dumadaan sa amin yung proceeds, so kung may farmer na nahihirapan with the inputs, so kami muna yung kuha ng inputs, deduct na lang namin into several payments from the proceeds na makukuha nila. Ganun po. Oo. So, the cooperation of the members is really a big factor. If they see you that they are really helping you, then they would stick to you, and then they would be loyal. We have cooperatives na hindi naman nagbibigay. Honestly, meron naman kaming members na hindi nagbibigay kasi nga nakakontrata sa multinational. Meron din naman yung mga directly to us. To those directly to us, happy naman sila. So ganun po. Though we still may mga challenges po talaga sa market, pero yun nga, kapag may magandang quality, the buyer would really go and meron silang mga specific farms. Sabihin pa nila, I want the farms in I saw the banana there. Okay, so kaya sabihin namin, paganda niyo yung banana niyo para sabihin nila na kunin ng buyer. Kasi sabihin talaga na, no, ayaw kong kumuha dun sa Kumbal. Gusto ko lang sa Santo Tomas kasi mas maganda yun, ganyan. So, magko-compare sila ng sources. So, kaya sinasabihan namin, just follow what we are teaching you in the production para pag good quality, kukunan ka talaga.
Thank you so much, ma'am. So it's really all about transparency because transparency really leads to trust then within the members and of course of FEDCO. And as you've said, cooperation, and I think there's also a bayanihan then within the federation, diba? FEDCO helps its members when in times of need. So ganon. So that's what really made you successful. So now let's proceed to our next question. So, this question po, kasi you've mentioned earlier that you are already expanding in Cotabato, but do you have plans in expanding to other parts in Mindanao, like in Bukidnon or in Misamis Oriental or in Region 10 po?
For now po, for now wala. The expansion kasi would be difficult kung walang group, walang group na big group. Kasi what we usually do is habang hindi pa nag-harvest, hinahanapan na namin yan ng buyer. So para before the harvest, may buyer na. So the buyer would visit the farm and they would check, oh, how many boxes can you give me from this farm? Then they will check, okay, I will go, I will buy. Kasi kaya naman ng logistics, hindi sila malulugi. Pero halimbawa, malayo from the port or kung saan sila mag-export, yung kumbaga kung saan yung barko, tapos kunti lang yung volume, it's not wise for them to buy. Dahil sa yan, ganyan sinasabi ko talaga, dapat marami kayo. Marami kayo in that area para makahagil kami. We can give you 1, 2 containers from that farm. Sabi na, okay, I will buy, I will check the farm, ganun. Importante po rin yun kung may ruta doon yung mga international shipping lines. Oo, ganun po. Kasi the ship, the banana kasi, dapat before 24 hours, mahulagay mo na yan sa refrigerated container. Some multinational, they really transport the container sa farm. Sa amin, very expensive yan. So, nasa container yard lang yung refrigerated container van. So, hinahaw lang ng truck yan so they haul it night time kasi bawal sa sobrang mainit yung banana. It will affect the quality. So, hindi sila nagta-transfer during mainit pa. Later the day na. Ganon. Then, you have to be able to load it before na naman maging umagang mainit. Kumbaga, the following day na iinit naman. So, kung ganong policy, tapos malayo ka sa container yard, mas medyo mahirap din. Pero kung pwede namang ma-transport, okay lang. Or meron namang shipping line na dadaan doon para makuha yung volume, okay lang. Yun, ganun po ang issue sa export. Kasi may timeline kaming sinusunod sa quality. Kailangan within 24 hours, kumbaga, that day, kailangan mapasok mo kaagad sa container. Pero kung may malaking volume, willing ang buyer na dalhin niya yung refrigerated container van doon, there's no problem. Kahit na i-transfer mo pa yan, i-travel niya pa yan from there going to Davao, kung dito yung shipping line, walang problema. Kasi nga, may volume. Yun po.
There are a lot of factors pala to.
So if they can organize themselves together naman, and then if we check the quality of the soil, mayroon soil requirement din kasi may mga area na hindi feasible ang Cavendish eh. So pag magkita namin na okay naman ang Cavendish doon, then if may group na malaki, pwede naman yun.
So, yes, for those who are from the Region 10, organize muna natin yung there are certain quality, volume, and logistics pa na mga requirements. So, and now, ma'am, this is actually our last question siguro for you. So, since most of our viewers are from the academy, there are a lot of universities that offers agriculture and it's related. They are offering this in their respective university. So, ma'am, is FEDCO open for student internships, faculty immersion, or even research? Students.
Yes. Yeah, we already have several yung student na some are from Visayas pa nga eh. yeah, they sa ano nila yung sa project nila, feasibility study nila, and then yung in service nila. So yun, we allow that. So meron naman tinutulungan namin sila. We had several na before. I don't know ngayon kasi online na, online na lahat. Pero before, they really stay here and we try to give them, no, we cannot give them a very nice accommodation, but we we try to provide accommodation kasi sa Visayas pa yung iba eh. And then kawawa naman pag hindi kasi yung Biskay ba yan na school? Oo. O yung student kasi ang pumipili ng partner association. So, yun. So, okay, sinasabi namin, okay, we can allow you, there's number of days, number of hours to comply. So, we expose them, we let them go to the farm, join the QI, the quality inspector. So, they will see the operation and then come up with their own, they can also talk to our bookkeepers in the sa financial, yun. Pero confidential lahat ng information.
So, ma'am, what requirements po or saan sila pwedeng mag-communicate if they want to have those students?
They just need to send us a letter sa aming email sa sales@fedco.ph. Then a letter from the school kung ano yung scope na study. And basically that's it lang.
Okay, thank you so much po, Ma'am Flordy, for that. So, hopefully, after this pandemic, we can have students. I think our students are really interested, diba? Because the experience that they'll get from FEDCO, I think, would be very useful to their field, whatever field they want to go, especially. So now, ma'am, for our last request from you po, any words of encouragement, words of wisdom that you can share to our viewers? Of course, we have, as I've said, we have a lot of viewers from the academe, but we also have viewers who are private practitioners and some are from the different government agencies. So what can you share to them as your last message na din and inspirational message?
Share is for, since this is more of the College of Agriculture. Before there's an I don't I don't know if it's still existing, but before kasi farming used to be, or agriculture used to be, we grow our own food. Yun yung purpose. We grow our own, we grow for us to have food. That shouldn't be the reason why you are into agriculture. The reason should be because you want to make it as your business. So most of the farmers kasi natin, unfortunately, yung hindi nakatapos, they don't know how to negotiate. They don't know how to do business. Kulang sila on that part. And that's why they end up not gaining enough. And then, yun na, yung rice nila, they just keep it for their consumption. They cannot sell it in higher price, ganun. So, we have to teach them to become an entrepreneur. Because agriculture is, kumbaga nandito lahat eh. Without the agriculture, hindi tayo mabubuhay. Pero most of the student now, few lang ang nag-enroll sa agriculture because they cannot see how it will help them financially. So, but if they will look at it as a business investment, as a business opportunity, as a way of becoming a business person, nandun po yung it will change everything. Like for me, I'm a marketing graduate, but I've invested in a banana farming. So, wala naman akong knowledge. I'm not an agriculture graduate. Mr. De Leon is my father. So, he taught me the farm practices. So, sinasama niya ako. So, yun. And I was able to implement the business background that I had in college in terms of financial and everything to analyze the business part. Because the farming and the production, the farm practices, the management, you could also learn that. But you also need, farmers would also need to know the financial side. Now, if they borrow money, how much ang dapat kikitain, kailan sila kikita, when ang ROI. So yun po, yun yung message na gusto kong iparating for our students, na especially those in agriculture, na to make it as your business, not just a source of something to eat, no, or some ganun. It should be, you aim to become a business person through agriculture. Ganun po. Kasi sa ibang country, mayayaman po yung mga people into agriculture kasi. So yun. Yun yung kailangan natin i-instill sa new generation na if you it's not the dirty work in tilling the land or in going to the farm. No. You do it because this is your business. You are going to market your product, come up with a good product, market it, and then you will have you earn better. Hindi po yung we shouldn't be just supplying locally, but also aim for something na pwede natin outside the local market. It may not be abroad, but you expand it to outside your barangay, to the city, or to the other provinces. Ganun po, make it as a business. Agriculture as a business. Yun po yung message siguro na gusto kong i-share, and gusto ko na sana future generation, the younger ones, would also consider that, na hindi lang yung business is nandoon sa processing, agriculture is where the business also.